Daniel coming to you real quickly before she goes out to run her errands for the day. I pray all of you are doing well on this blessed Monday of March 23rd, I believe. I try to keep up with my dates every time I'm recording, so y'all have to just get used to that. I'm always going to call out what time, what day, what evening, or whatever that I do this recording so that if ever it gets out to the public, everybody will have a date stamp. Okay, let's get all into it. What we are going to talk about today. What is KC going to talk about today anyway? Because I can't really interact with you, being that I don't see you in my live or in my channel on my channel. So I'm going to just say thank you for stopping by. Stop you for viewing my channel. If you're not a subscriber to my channel, please subscribe so you can follow up and keep up on whatever I have to discuss here. No, I'm not a blogger. I'm just a supporter for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I just come to bring you whatever information I can that's surrounding Robert Sylvester Kelly. Okay, let's get into it again. All right, so all through this weekend, I saw the supporters that were out there. I think I discussed that with you on Saturday evening, giving thanks and shout outs to all those who was out there hitting the pavement, bringing the information out there to the public instead of being online, or instead of on the internet, they also doing their footwork, which is a great thing regardless of all that's taking place, like you see on the internet with all the beefing and each other going at each other. But I'm glad to see that all you were out there supporting Robert Sylvester Kelly in his time fighting against this injustice. He's needed as much support that he possibly can. Don't let nobody turn your faith away from you. Continue to keep your fight strong and keep it going, okay? Because that's the only way we're going to get this thing done. People falling out, and I'm encouraging you not to do that. If you're doing that, then how strong is your faith? I'm not giving up on Robert Sylvester Kelly. I mean, not only just for Robert Sylvester Kelly, but for all the injustice that's going on to a lot of people out there. But right now, being that we saw and witnessed what the public has done to Robert Sylvester Kelly, how he was just taken by Homeland Security and all the accusations that were piled up against this man, when there really wasn't any evidence of any of these things happening to these women. And I'm not a person that support anybody to be abusing women, because I'm a woman too. I don't support that. I don't support abuse on women and things, or sexual abuse or any crime like that. But at least if we're going to take people in custody for committing any sex crimes or whatever, let's have evidence. Let's make sure we are able to see things, on both sides. We're not going to cancel anybody out. And as you all should know, there's some things going on right now with Kirk Franklin's son, Carry On, and with his father. I'm just like not listening to Carry On. And I said the reason why I'm not listening to Carry On, if he's coming against his father after 33 years and all this other craziness he's pulling out of, against his father and attacking his father about. Now he's out there putting out information saying that his father, I don't know if he's saying his father sexually abused him, but he's now want to come with his sexual abuse story. Let me tell people something. You got to be careful jumping on the bandwagon with stuff like that. If anybody could remember the Mendez brothers, these two brothers that had adopted, they were adopted and they killed their parents. If anybody could remember that story. And when they went in custody, okay, and when their trial came up for the murder of their parents, one of the things they used as a way to gain empathy or justify what they done is sexual abuse, which a lot of people came forward and said nobody ever heard of such a thing. Nobody ever witnessed. It just wasn't done. Okay, point blank. It's just something that just never happened. But they were just doing it just so that they can gain more empathy. more on people to feel, oh, because there's people out here who have been abused sexually by adults and in their childhood, or by a family member, or even their own parents. There's things truly that has happened that way. And somebody caught on to it and somebody reported it. Okay? Somebody saw something. And they maybe didn't do it publicly, but they did take care of whoever the abuser was. Even me growing up as a child, I remember a story about a young lady that went to school with me who was being sexually abused by her mother's boyfriend. And the family came and beat the living daylights out of him, okay? They beat the living daylights out of him. She told her grandmother. She told somebody in the family. So some things like that happens, it's not going to go on that long without nobody knowing anything about it. So I'm not running with Carry On's story, and all of a sudden he just want to gain more empathy and more attention to what he's doing, which he don't want. Wrong is wrong. Okay, you and your father don't get along. Your father had you at a very young age. If you know the story of Kirk Franklin, he was adopted. His mother wanted to abort him, but he wasn't. He told his own story. So if you want to go, you could find out more about his life. Kirk Franklin didn't hide none of that story about his life, of him coming into the world, how he got introduced to the gospel, and everything else. So he was very young when him and Sean first had their first child. Listen to his story. Okay, and this young man was their firstborn child, his love child that he had as a young boy, a young teenager. Neither one of them knew what they wanted to, where they wanted to go with their life at that age. They were very young. It's, humble beginnings. So I'm not following up with Carry On. I'm not going to just listen to people out there supporting his behavior. I'm not going to condone his behavior. He's out of control. He's putting out false rumors and lies about his father. None of this stuff is true, and I believe it's not true that his father did any kind of sexual harm to him. I'm just not going to run with that story. I'm just going to be one of those, and I know some people are behind him. He got people working for him to do all of this stuff. He got them in his pocket, getting money from his father to take care of things, to do things against his father. So I'm not going to run with that. We saw all what happened with Robert Sylvester Kelly. How do I connect that story? The same abuse stories, they come. These people, these organized women groups, terrorist groups that are out there taking down wealthy, successful men, and their main target is to the black community, if you notice that. Okay, so be careful with running with this story with Carry On, Kirk Franklin's son. Now the devil is so mad, he trying to tear down God's kingdom, and he will use anybody, even your own children. You seen what they did to R. Kelly, and it does fit in with R. Kelly's story as well. Not that, they both had different walks of life, but in different music categories or whatever, but they both were great, talented men, and of course, Carry On's dad now remarried his first wife. He never was married to Sean, even though I love Sean. No offense to Sean, because I'm just saying they were teenagers and doing things, and they got caught out there. They had a child together. And I don't think Carry On was mistreated in any kind of way by his father. Maybe his father may have been a little harsh on him in some ways, maybe because he didn't want him to feel that he was the only one and he's so entitled. It's a difference when you plan for children and you have children from a marriage, and then when you have children from outside of a marriage. It's different. Especially when you're at that age when you really wasn't planning to do anything. You just got caught up in feelings at that time, puppy love or whatever it is. So I'm not running with Carry On's story. And back to my talk about Robert Sylvester Kelly. It's just so much stuff going on right now. You're going to see more things happening to a lot of these celebrities that are out there that are being targeted and being accused of sex crimes, and all other types of things. And you see how they coming at Kirk Franklin. They're going to be coming at some more. Oops, sorry, I don't want to be showing I'm trying to fix my shirt because everything looks a little off here. But, you're going to see a lot of stuff happening. So that's why I say for us to support Robert Sylvester Kelly and nobody fall off the bandwagon, nobody just jump off the, jump out of this fight. We don't pay attention to all the other nonsense going on the internet when people are beefing and going in and doing all this and that at each other. Once everybody gets together in a public place, it's a totally, I'm pretty sure it's a totally different atmosphere. It's a totally different climate. Okay, I know everybody came out and showed their love and support, and I believe that every platform should. Okay, I just got an email. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, so I believe that every platform that is a Robert Sylvester Kelly, one of the large platforms out here, whether you like or don't like the other people, when they're giving events, I think everybody should be able to come out and try to support that event for Robert, if it's about Robert Sylvester Kelly, and help each other out. You know, whether we like them or not. I just seen that Dabowski is giving something. I hope it goes successful. I hope it goes successful if that's what he wants to put his work into doing, and he wants to be out there to do a rally, a support for Robert Sylvester Kelly. And I think that, people should give him a chance. I'm just saying, those of you, regardless of all the beef that's going on with him and DJ Tyson and with all the bloggers or whatever, this, that, the other, and everybody going to, I think everybody needs to come out and support each and everybody's event. Pray for one another. We got to stay strong in this fight because we're not alone. Everybody, I'm sorry. This is most definitely needed. And, no man is an island, and no man stands alone. No man is an island, and no man stands alone. And I think once everybody will come out and support him, and everybody just gets around and everything, I think things will get better with everyone. But every group is different. And let me explain something that I seem to have figured out. See, I'm older than a lot of you that's, follow some of the other platforms here. And some of you are a lot younger than I am, so I'm more on a more higher anointing, I would say, because I had more life and life experience. Maybe I didn't have the same, walk in life as some of you have, but I have life experience. Okay, even if things haven't happened to me, I know things have happened to other people. I'm just going to say it like that. And so I try to tell the groups like this, like people that follow certain platforms like this. Some of you might come and attack certain things I might say. That's because I know, because I've been here longer in this world than a lot of you, and I've seen things longer in this world inside of you. And some of you have not reached that maturity yet. So I'm just helping you along the way, not to hurt anybody. When I tell you not to do this, that, the other, and I'm trying to, especially when we doing this support thing for Robert Sylvester Kelly, don't do this stuff around his support. Do that some other time, do that off the scene and things like that, because it's just not good for us to say we fighting against injustice, but then again, we doing some things that are not, seem to be civil. You know what I'm saying? We out here acting in certain kind of conduct of people that are breaking laws and doing certain things. So let's be careful about how we doing things here on the internet around Robert Sylvester Kelly, especially if we trying to move forward and get things done on his sake. For his sake. Don't knock down everybody's work. Don't get in there and criticize their work or what they're doing. If you don't want to be a part of it, just don't be a part of it. That's the best thing I can tell you. Just don't be a part of it. But don't knock it, because, it may be something good to help Robert. We can't be but so, like I mentioned before, we can't be but so safe. And I'm not going to keep trying to look for everybody under a microscope, because, we all kind of like not perfect, and everybody is still working each and every day. Everybody trying to put a little something more and more to their work. And that's all I'm just going to say right now, because I got to get out of here. I have an appointment to get my toes done. Yeah, I've been home and everything, but I'll be back to work tomorrow. I've been here taking care of hubby, and I also been here taking care of myself because I needed rest. Because yesterday's preached word from my church came from the book of Hebrews. Hebrews 4, I believe, the book of Hebrews 4. I can't remember the chapter off the top of my head, but it was about to activate your faith. Activate your faith, okay? And sometimes we just need some rest. I just want to say that. We need rest. We want God to move things in our lives. Sometimes we need to rest. We need to rest and allow God to move. I ain't saying be lazy. Don't say that you didn't put your work forward. You do prepare whatever you need to prepare and then let God take it the rest of the way. And you rest. Don't get yourself all crazy and knocked out. Just activate your faith. Okay? That's what I try to tell those who's right now trying to jump off the bandwagon or trying to not be a part, if continue in this fight with Robert Sylvester Kelly, to activate your faith. Just give it some rest. Don't keep going at wasting energy going at people that, saying things out there. Sometimes you just got to just ignore it and just let you said what you said and just let it go with God. Gotta go. So you all be blessed and have a blessed and wonderful Monday. And if God's willing, your girl KC has got to be back with you again tomorrow. Love you. Peace.